I'm going to make my little circle first. So we're going to be doing the blue one here. So circle. And then I'm going to go around the edge with my purple. And then I'm going to take my, so that was done with my little number 4 brush. And then I'm going to take my number 10 brush and some of my ultramarine blue. So I'm going to water that down. So if I were to just use my brush with some water, it can be done, see? But why not throw some blue in there? So just get a little bit of blue on my brush. I just let that dry for a bit before I come back in, and I like how it does that two-tone effect. To me, that's very interesting. So let's just let this dry. Okay, so my little purple dots are likely dry now. If I wanted to, I can add some blue in here. Just a little bit of blue here and there. Rinse off my brush, dab it on my rag, and just move that color. And some more blue paint. Ooh, that was a lot. So that little petal was almost entirely purple because I didn't add any blue to it. So we'll just plop some blue in there. And you can also use your little pencil too to make little veins in your leaves. Sometimes they occur naturally, which is what happened over here, but if they don't, so that looks a little blobby, that blue on there. So I'm just going to take my clean, rinse off my brush, dab it on my rag, and just move some of that blue so that it merges in there better. So it's slightly different than the flower you see here. They never turn out the same way twice. If you don't like the purple in there, you can just wait until this dries entirely, and then you don't get as much purple coming out. Or you can do these little dots in blue and not use purple, or you can use a combination. It doesn't matter. It's just one of these little flowers that is very whimsical, and it just does what it wants to do when you do it. I mean, you don't have a lot of control over what's happening other than the colors that you're putting in. There's some more blue. Something like that. Then I can go ahead and add my center in here. And the fact that it's not entirely filled in to me is more visually interesting than filling in every square inch of the flower. Because sometimes it can look overworked, right? So here's my Payne's Gray. So I'm just doing that wet on dry. You could wet your page first, but I don't think it's really necessary here. And then I'm just gonna drop some darker color in there and move that over to the right with my clean wet brush. And then once that's dry, I will come in here and add the little lines. Okay, so my little flower is dry now, and I'm gonna go back in with my smaller number 4 brush and just add in the little straight lines coming off of the middle. You could go this way too. You don't have to go this way. I just find it's easier to go from the center out, and you're just using the very tip of your brush. And then some dots. And that's it for my little blue flower. Well, let's call it my bluish purple flower.